I bought this 1985 vintage RV to convert to a futuristic 80s inspired interior. Pretty much everything has to go so I can pursue my dream of having the coolest 40-year-old RV interior there is, including this tiny, ugly fridge because I'm putting in a sleek, modern Bodega cooler that runs off a 12-volt energy. Perfect for my build, giving me plenty of room for all my snacks and goodies when I'm traveling off grid. Okay, I think it's about time in this build to move on to the fridge because I've been working on this for 2 months and I gotta get down to Baja next week. So we gotta get some things installed here. And let me just show you how far in my build I am at this current moment. As you can see, it still looks like we have a lot of work to do. I just started doing my base layer of paint yesterday. I have decided just to keep the old stove and I just painted it matte black here. We're still working on the kitchen sink here. The plumbing's done. I had to do some adjustments over there. We got the wiring pretty much done. Got to get that all hooked up. Got the TV and entertainment center over here where the fireplace will go right there. And this will just be storage and seating here. And the bathroom's almost done. I do have some shower walls to put up and the sink and put the toilet back in. The overhead cab is basically finished. Just need to cut a piece of wood and throw a mattress on there and call it a day. And today we need to install the fridge, which we're going to put right here. And I'm going with the Bodega cooler on this build. It's a 12-volt fridge, which is pretty highly efficient. Whoa, dude. Awesome. So here's the Bodega 12-volt refrigerator that we're going to install today. It is the 85-liter one, which should fit perfectly in our spot over there. And taking a look on the inside here, you can see we got quite a bit more space than the previous fridge. And what's pretty cool about Bodega Coolers is that it comes with a dedicated freezer section. That way you can keep your ice or the ice cream on the road nice and cold while still having plenty of room for your other groceries here. And since I am putting a lot of effort into my build and making it look cool and modern, I really wanted a refrigerator that would match my style. So I think that this Bodega cooler fridge here is gonna work really well for me. And since we are putting this in an RV, I like that it does have a latch system here. That way it's not gonna, fall open as I'm driving this down the road. So yeah, gotta take some measurements of this. I do gotta modify my space a bit because it is 40 years old and we're putting a bigger refrigerator in here. But looking at the instructions, it seems pretty easy to mount. You just have 4 holes here that you can take off and mount a screw to the wood frame itself. And the wiring is pretty simple. I'm just gonna hardwire this directly into my circuit breaker when I get my electrical system all done. So that should be pretty simple. So yeah, I'm gonna start building my frame here and get that fridge in there. We gotta get it installed today and I gotta move on with my build because I am leaving next week. So let's get this project going. Okay, it says in the instructions that I need about 33.1 inches of inner height here. We will be just about at that with some modifications here. Ooh. Nice. Okay, let's see how we're looking now. Whoa, dude. Well, would you look at that? It almost fits perfectly here. Do need to add some side rails here so we can mount the fridge, but I think the height looks pretty good to me. Seems to open just fine here. So I think I'll just clean up the edges a bit and add some extra 1x2s to the side. So what's kind of cool about the Bodega cooler is that you can open it left or right, but I do need to change the position of the hinge because I think it's better if I open it up this way for me because all my cooking stuff and all the room is on that side. So let me show you. It just seems that right now it opens this way, which is cool for getting groceries because you just jump in here and open it up and put it in and whatnot. But I think for cooking and grabbing snacks, I think the majority of the time I'm going to be over here. So opening it up from this way while I'm cooking, looking down, grabbing something, pulling it out, it's going to be much better than walking over here and getting it and then walking over here. Yeah, so I'm going to switch the position of my door. And it looks like we're just going to take out a few screws here to change it around. That should release the bottom plate. Cool. So we're gonna wanna move that over here. And I'm assuming that the door will just slide off now. Yep, and we got more plates under there. So the holes on top were good. We don't need to change anything about that. But I do need to change the plate under here. Looks like it unscrews. And yep. Now it should fit. Okay, perfect. Boom. Okay. Okay, after fiddling around with this, I think I have my plan down. So let's go ahead and cut some 1x2s and get it back there. Okay, now we got the side mounts all screwed together and some pocket holes drilled in. Okay, looks like we got a pretty good fit there. So now before I fully install this, I want to pull it out and paint behind it because it's my last chance to get back there. And then after that, all we got to do is screw it down and wire it up. Okay, it's the next day. The paint is all dry now, so we can go ahead and get the fridge installed into the space. And here's what it looks like. I just wanted to paint this black in here because I know that I'll be able to see the edges a bit. Plus, when I access it from the back, I just wanted it to look a little bit nicer. And these are the mounting points that I made for the fridge. That way the fridge doesn't, you know, fall out or move around when I'm driving. So yeah, we just got to get that in there and then do the wiring. Whoa, it fits like a glove. Just got these 4 little caps here to put over the screws. And boom, just like that, we got our nice Bodega cooler all installed here. Awesome. I'm really liking how that looks there with the matte black all around it. I am going to do a quick layer of Roman clay around here, so we'll see how that looks when it's all done with the fridge. Okay, fast forward a bit here. We're now in Baja California, sir, boondocking out here in the Sea of Cortez. And you can see here, it looks very beautiful outside. It's a wonderful, calm day today. Very hot, though. And we're 2 weeks into the trip here in Baja, using the Bodega 12V fridge as our main source of cooling our drinks and food. So now it's time to go over how I like it, how it's working out for me, and some things that I did that might work out for you as well. But first, it's finally time to remove this plastic here. I've been waiting to finish this video, and there it goes. Okay. And I gotta say, I'm really digging how the Bodega 12V fridge looks in my build. I was going for this futuristic 80s style build here, and this fridge really looks good. And here's how my build looks overall. I know my cabinets aren't done. I didn't have time to finish them before the trip, but in general, you can see I got concrete countertops here with the black Bodega fridge, concrete floors. You know, my overall look is kind of dark themed here. So that Bodega fridge just fits right in there. And I think it just looks super cool there. It's the perfect size for me. I don't think I could have gone any bigger here. And just trying to give you another angle here. That's what it looks like. And I did change it so my door can open this way. That way I can, you know, cook here and grab whatever I need and then just shut it like that. But one thing I do want to show you in the back of the fridge, what I did to kind of make my fridge serviceable. Or at least if I need to move it around or get underneath it, I can easily do that without clipping the wires and having to redo it. So the back of my fridge is accessible here, and I do store some other things back here. Get that out of the way. These are the connectors that I used, and they're the Waggle connectors. And I really like using these connectors because you can just pop open here, easily remove the wire, and that way you can pull the fridge out and do whatever you need to do without having to clip the wire, re-splice it in, and, you know, heat shrink it or whatever. You don't need those connectors to install it, but it just helps make it more serviceable. If you really think you don't need to pull out the fridge anytime, then, you know, you could just splice it or do whatever you need to do to connect it. So on top of the fridge, you do have a display screen here, and you can decide, you know, what temperature you want to set it at. I've just been running mine at the lowest because it's really hot here in Baja, and that's been working out just fine. And let me open it up and show you what I got in here. And I do need to go grocery shopping. It's been boondocking for about a week here now. But yeah, I do got a little tray in here that has some hamburger meat and onion. Do got some ham sandwich stuff here, and I got 2-liter bottles of cola that fit in here just fine. And it is pretty spacious. I got my water bottles here. And what I really like about this Bodega 12-volt fridge here is that it has an ice box, which a lot of them don't have, because I am able to freeze ice, and I do freeze juice here to make smoothies. I keep frozen bananas here, and I'll pull one out, wait about 10 minutes before I want to make my smoothie, and it defrosts just perfect there. And then I'll just grab some frozen juice cubes to, you know, make my smoothie. But also having just regular ice out here in Baja when it is so hot outside has been really great for the trip. And you can see this banana is rock solid here. The Bodega 12-volt fridge is doing his job. And I did travel for a year and a half, almost 2 years in my 5x8 tiny home. And before that, just my truck and a rooftop tent. So for the first year, I did just have an ice box, and I was constantly getting ice. And that's fine for weekend trips. But when you're traveling extensively or full-time or partly full-time, the price of ice at grocery stores really starts to add up. Because usually I was buying 2 bags at a time, and that lasted about 3 days. So I was spending about $8 every 3 days just to keep my food cool. And it wasn't even doing that great of a job because it was melting and then it was getting my food wet, and then, you know, even though it's in a Ziploc bag, the water was still getting in there sometimes and ruining my food. And that was just super messy, and something I'm glad that I don't have to deal with now that I have the Bodega 12-volt fridge. And then that's not even counting for the times that I had to go into town to get ice or drive around pretty far to get ice. Because a lot of times when you're off grid at these spots here, there's just not a store nearby. And that was a huge inconvenience for me. So being able to make my own ice here is just so great. And there is something about enjoying an ice cold beverage out here in the heat of Baja that just hits differently. Nice and refreshing ice cold drink out here in beautiful Baja California, sir. And I really regret not getting a 12-volt fridge earlier in my travels. If I was to do it all over again, I would get one, because the cost of ice really added up, and I probably could have bought 2 or 3 12-volt fridges and how much I spent just on ice. And now I do want to go over the power consumption on it, because, you know, 12-volt fridge do take up some power. And that's really going to depend on where you're at and the temperature of your campsite. As I said before, it's really hot right now in Baja, and my 40-year-old RV doesn't have that great of insulation. So I have been running the Bodega fridge on the lowest setting here, and it's been working out great for me. I do have 600 amp hours down there. I know it looks super messy. I'm not done with my build yet. But those 600 amp hours have been running the Bodega fridge along with my air conditioner. And I know you can't see it now, but I do have a pop-up TV under there and a water vapor fireplace. Actually, I'll just show you that it is there so you believe me. And this is a 43-inch screen TV, so that does take some power as well. So with my TV, my water vapor fireplace, rooftop fan, my air conditioner, Starlink, my inverter, charging all my devices, with 600 watt solar on top, the fridge has been doing just fine with my 600 amp hour batteries. And honestly, it's a bit overkill. I think most of my power drain is from the AC, not the fridge. So I am a bit surprised about how little power the Bodega 12-volt fridge actually takes. Especially considering the size, you know, it's not a small fridge. It's not the biggest fridge in the world, but you know, it's pretty big for this space. Because as you can see here at my water tank, I do like to max out the space that I can. And that's what I did with the Bodega fridge. I couldn't go any bigger. This was the model that was the biggest for me. And of course, the bigger the fridge, the more power it's going to take, right? But I really haven't noticed this at all, especially with my setup. If you have a 100 amp hour battery and you're trying to do all this, it's probably not going to be enough. But for me, it's perfect. So if you're in the market for a 12-volt fridge, be sure to check out Bodega Coolers. They have a bunch of other different sizes, but this size looks a bit too big for you. Don't worry, they do have smaller ones and they do have bigger ones as well. And like always, I'll leave all the links in the description below. I can't recommend Bodega enough. It's been working out perfect for my Baja trip here, and I'm really happy with the way it looks in my build. And yeah, I guess that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one.